You ever notice how when I'm talking to you, whoever you who is listening, you ever notice how what I say directly impacts you and decisions that you've made for yourself? You ever notice that? Have you ever noticed that when I'm talking, that I notice that I'm talking about myself when I'm talking to you and everyone else who is listening? You ever notice that? You ever notice how personal it is what I have to say to you and everyone else, no matter who you are, where you are, who you think you are, where you think you sit, stand, lay, whatever the case may be? See, I have this quest that I am on to save my life, and I thought that it might be a really nice idea to inform others of their true genealogy and give them the life back that they had taken from them, robbed from them, pillaged from them, stole from them, and to help them understand laws in a way that they have never understood them before, and just how much Jehovah truly cares about them, to be giving them these laws, especially in this time of the end that we are now currently living in. It truly will seem like it just doesn't matter right now, but I assure you, with all the certainty that Jehovah is the true living God, that you're going to get to a point where you are going to say to yourself, man, I wish I had listened. I wish I had attained that information for myself, because right now, for either myself or my family or friend, I need that information. And that's what I see some people doing with what it is I'm saying out here, and it's not to take anyone else's quest, so to speak, from them either. But my quest is way different than the other quests of many that I see going on out here. It's like you want me to be guilty because you're guilty, so you want me to be guilty about what you think that you know about me and have an understanding of, when, you know, even Jehovah asked Cain, why is your brother's blood calling out to me from the ground? Just like any other parent, he was in listening distance, so to speak. He didn't have to see. He heard something. So he went to go investigate. Who better to ask than Cain's brother himself? And if his blood is crying out to Jehovah from the ground, why aren't you watching over your brother? What happened that this is happening? Causing Jehovah pain. You know, he's energy. He feels when we die. He knows exactly when we die. And that's not even taken into consideration with the men and women that you all are mixing in. I just, look, you have a right to befriend who you want to befriend, but just know that your friends are not always going to be Jehovah's friends. And I see people picking their own friends over Jehovah, because they're cute, pretty, handsome, giving them attention, you know, all of the insecure things that people will do in order to gain a selfish want for themselves, because it certainly isn't a need. Jehovah applies enough application of attention and listening ear and everything else that you need in order to be able to intercept you from making such selfish decisions for yourselves and other people who you are choosing to make those selfish decisions with, whether it be against me, yourselves, or anyone else. It starts with you going against Jehovah, and that in itself is breaking the law. That is the ultimate law, which is worthy of death, that one can break. So if you all want to toy around with that law by disregarding Jehovah and who he is, and not utilizing his name, and not subjecting yourself to his ways because you are afraid of something that either you can't see, or are not taking the time to pray enough or to read enough to gain an understanding because you're so preoccupied with Babylon the Great and the pretty women and the voices and the sex and everything that comes with the disgusting thing, as Jehovah calls it, which is soon to be destroyed by his son, rightfully, who sits on his right hand side. Jesus is ruling as king right now, and he will be after that, after Jehovah's day of anger, which is eradicated through his son, which is Armageddon. He hands over the kingship back to Jehovah when the world becomes perfect again. But see, we're not even there yet. And you all think that you know everything that you are knowing, and you're mixing and mingling with who you're mixing and mingling with, and you're making money off of it. And you're doing such gross, disgusting things that you don't think that I can pick up on or know or understand that everything is hidden from me. I know everything that's going on around me. I'm stupid. Remember? Remember, I'm stupid. I'm weird. I'm over here. I'm in submission to all of this treatment. No more or no less than anyone else is. So how dare you? How dare you? Because Jehovah doesn't even require me to grovel at his feet when I can just go to him in prayer and ask him for what I need. And right now I need his name to be thoroughly sanctified. I need for mankind to know that I am just as serious as he is. I am disgusted. And that is the heart condition that he's looking for, are those who are disgusted over the things that they are seeing. And that's it. Don't just say that you are. Stand on the fact that you are. It needs to look like that, not to me, but it needs to look like that to Jehovah. So if it's not looking like that to Jehovah, then certainly it's not going to be looking like that to me now, is it? Yeah, because otherwise it just looks like that. So does Satan.